Hi there, so today I'm going to cook a dish called Prawn Saganaki. It's a Greek dish that we ate in Athens. It's made with prawns, it's really tomato, it's kind of like tomato-y, it's like a soup. And I'm going to use this feta cheese that I actually bought while I was in Athens. It's feta from Lesvos. So the great thing with feta cheese is you can crumble it on the top and it doesn't melt, so we're going to have a go at making that dish today. Okay, so first of all we're going to cut up this red onion and also put some garlic in with it. The base of the dish is going to be made with these plum tomatoes that we got from the grocers in the covered market in Oxford. You're going to need some paprika, you're going to need some oregano, there's quite a lot of black pepper in there and some salt. And then of course I'm using these Tesco Finest Jumbo Raw King prawns, but you can I've chucked fish in this, just normal prawns, so whatever you want to use. And then we're going to serve it with some sourdough bread. Okay, so the key thing with this dish is to try and get the onion as small as possible. So I've cut across it once and then I'm going to dice it this way and make it really small. Okay, so we've been sweating the onions for about 5 minutes. They're starting to get soft, so we've been sweating it in a bit of olive oil, and now to add a couple of cloves of garlic. Okay, so while the onions and the garlic are sweating down, you can chop the tomatoes. These are also going to sort of melt down as well, so you can chop them kind of rustically into what, 1/2 inch cubes, something like that. Okay, so I've cut all the tomatoes. You can use just a tin, a 400 gram normal tin of tomatoes. And it works really well. I've used these fresh plum tomatoes, but I'm also going to amp the flavour up with this sun-dried tomato paste as well. I'm going to put this into the rest of the mixture. Okay, so the tomatoes are getting quite soft now. I'm going to put a dollop of the sun-dried tomato paste in there. As I said, if you've used tin tomatoes, you probably don't need to do this, but I'm just going to chuck a bit of this in with these plum tomatoes, because British tomatoes never quite have the taste of tomatoes on the continent. Okay, so I've added some black pepper, and now I'm just going to sprinkle over the oregano, not too much, and then I'm going to put a sprinkle of salt on as well. Okay, next thing to do is a liberal sprinkling of paprika over the top. Probably about a teaspoon, I reckon. You can't really go too wrong with this stuff. Okay, so when the tomato has gone down to like a complete mushy sauce, you can add some water if it's getting a bit thick. Just add your king prawns. I had them frozen, to be honest, and just let them defrost in the dish. Stir them in and pop the lid on. And just wait until they're cooked through, until they've gone all completely pink and they're completely cooked through, but don't overcook them. Okay, so the feta cheese, this is from Lesvos. It comes in this container. Always try and buy in a plastic container, because it comes in this brine solution here, which means you will pretty much keep forever. It's not going to go off while it's in here, and you get this basically brick of cheese. You just cut off what you want, and then you can put it back into the brine, There's another slab in there. You put it back into the brine, and it will keep good. Okay, so the next step is we're going to cut the feta cheese. The way we had it in Greece was it was actually layered with some slices over the top. So I'm going to cut 3 slices. I'm going to make a meal for 2, so I'm going to do 6 slices to go on top. And then, as I said, you can pop that back into the brine, and that can go back in the fridge, and it will keep well. So we're just going to pop these slices to the side for the time being, for when we serve up. Okay, so the prawns are now nicely pink. It's cooked through. Don't want to overdo this, so we're going to turn the heat off, and then we're going to serve these up into a balti dish. Okay, so I'm just going to serve this up into this balti dish. I've got my sourdough bread. You can either drizzle that with some olive oil, or you can butter it, and it's pretty much as simple as that. It's a really good, nice, hearty dish. And then obviously we want to stick our feta cheese on the top.